All right, welcome to the Nation, LAMBO'S World Sports with the Big Brother, episode 2 of the recruiting. All right, so we're going to do the University of Michigan. Yes, the University of Michigan. MattPatt, break down what the University of Michigan brings.
So as of right now, ninth best recruiting class in 2024. They've got 27 commits. 17 of them are 4 stars, 10 3 stars, no 5 stars yet, but their average recruiting rank is a 90.38. So, I mean, that is 4-star on the nose. And if that is your average, you know that some of those other 4 stars, if they have 17 of them, have pretty high ranks, pretty close to 5-star guys. And I'm sure that you're going to get into those top-rated guys coming up here.
Oh, yes, I am. Whoop-de-doo. Number one, ladies and gentlemen, that I'm going to talk about is Jordan Marshall. Hold on. Jordan Marshall, yes, right here. Jordan Marshall is a running back. Did I share it, by the way? Yes, I did. All right. So, Jordan Marshall is a running back out of Archbishop Moeller High School in Cincinnati, Ohio. All right. He has great speed. He can read blocks. By the way, they don't use him enough as a receiver. So, he's kind of a guy that can be a slot receiver and a runner as well. There's not really too much information on this guy. He is a senior. He did commit to Michigan not too long ago. So I think this guy brings good excellence. I think he could be a little bulkier, a little bigger. I think he's physical as well from watching the film. But I think he's a guy that can do some damage. But the question is for me is it's going to be hard for this guy to replace a Blake Corum, who they have in Michigan, who is great, who is physical. So we'll see how that goes along those lines. He's not the only running back, but other running backs will come up soon. But it's not really too much on this guy yet. But it's still in the senior season of high school football. It just started, so it's in week 3, week 4. So as far as stats and stuff, we don't really have that just yet. But the second running back I want to go to, which is Micah Kaapana. All right, he committed to Michigan. The school that y'all know, all right, Bishop Gorman. Yes, y'all know about Bishop Gorman. They Bishop Gordon, modern day. Bishop Gordon, by the way, I didn't learn this till today. Bishop Gorman, I didn't know it was in Las Vegas. I thought it was in California. But a lot of these teams travel and play with each other, or play against each other, by the way. But I think this guy is great. He's excellent. By the way, in his junior year, he rushed for 206. Actually, in his sophomore year, he rushed for 269 yards, 6 touchdowns in 8 varsity games in the 2021 season. In the 2022 season, which was last year, his junior year, he played 15 games. He rushed for over 1,000 yards. He had 15 rushing touchdowns on 70 carries. All right, 192 yards receiving and 4 touchdowns. So this guy will be able to catch the ball, run the ball, do what you need. But as of next year in the University of Michigan, these two will be battling for the starting job. Because if Blake Corum goes to the NFL, these two guys will be battling for that starting job. And I tell you about Michigan. Michigan will beat you on the line of scrimmage. They recruit very, very great O-linemen as well. They're physical. Jim Harbaugh wants to run the ball. I think these two guys, they'll surprise you. They'll compete for a job. But like I said, football is still in season. So I apologize. There's not a lot of information I can give out right now because football season is still in advance. They're both in their senior year, so it's not much tape we can give them. 3-4 games into a senior season, we don't care. We care when it's 10, 15 games in the playoffs. So like I said, high school just started. It's not really as much. Do you have any last words as far as the Michigan stuff?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if both of these guys saw playing time like pretty early. when a couple of years ago when Michigan was in the college football playoff, obviously it didn't go well for them, but they came in there with those shirts that said "Run the damn ball." That's their mantra. That's what they want to do week in and week out. With your guy that you're talking about possibly going pro, it wouldn't surprise me at all if they had a two-headed monster in that backfield with these two top recruits.
Well, this is it for the second episode of LAMBO'S World of Sports. On a Wednesday, it's the second episode of recruiting. The next episode will be our favorite team, the University of Virginia Tech. All right. By the way, Virginia Tech did wolf on a recruit, which is not good.
We'll get into it. It's
not good. But also, the next episode, I might want to bring out another player. I think a Highland Springs player that Elsie Bird played against last year, committed to Virginia Tech as well. He plays running back and defense. But I'll get into the next episode. It's LAMBO'S World of Sports. The recruiting video is going to be every Wednesday. It's episode 2. Tune in to episode 3 in the next 5 minutes. We'll be talking about the University of those